I may have interviewed Jack Manifold by accident, or kinda, or let me explain. Jack Manifold is a YouTuber/streamer that's currently doing a charity stream to raise money for Calm. I so happened to open Twitch when he started streaming, and so I decided to watch for a little bit. I decided to click the charity link, and lo and behold, there was a call on stream for 5 minutes donation button. It was £100, and don't worry, I'm American, so I don't even know what a pound is, so I didn't pay. Okay, I did. But it goes to charity, so like really I'm just like a good guy. As mentioned, this call would only be 5 minutes on stream, and so I decided to quickly make a list of 6 to 7 questions to ask him. I then purchased the donation, and my time came. As normal, question timestamps are in the description. I hope you enjoy. This is crazy. I don't know how I got here. In 1 to 2 sentences, what are your goals with this charity stream?
In 1 or 2 sentences, we're looking to raise as much money as possible. We got a preliminary goal of 10 grand, but at the rate we're going, we're gonna have to raise it. Mainly beyond that, just to raise awareness about Calm and what they do. At the end of the day, they're a suicide prevention charity, and they do excellent work dealing with the whole spectrum of sort of suicidality is obviously caused by living miserably. They're the campaign against living miserably, you know, and that you can nip that in the bud at any stage. And that's what I find so compelling about them, is that they're sort of there to support people at every stage of the problem, which I think is really
That's
quite
awesome.
important.
Donate, chat. Donate. You want to donate so bad.
There it is. You want to donate? Many great rewards, I'm hearing.
If you had to describe your content to a Victorian child in 5 words, what would you say?
It is funny, I promise.
You know, that actually gets the job done. That was really...
In it. There's no way in 5 words of letting them know anything more than it's funny. Just trust me.
You're a content creator. What's your day-to-day life like? Like, what do you do every day? Is there a routine?
A little bit. It depends on the day. Like, some days are really regimented, right? So like Tuesdays are like the big podcast day. So we get in, we write the episode, we film the episode. I usually stay for about an hour afterwards to sort of do all the admin, because we got like staff and stuff, and that's like a really regimented sort of like 9 to 5 day. But like on like a Monday, like usually I will just do a recording. We sometimes have a meeting to prep the podcast. Like, you know, some days are a little looser. Some days are just like, oh, maybe I'll go live tonight, or maybe I'll do a little recording, or maybe I'll just do some admin bits. And that's the beauty of it, I think, the sort of freedom you get. But there's a couple of days a week where I'm these days quite strict. Yeah. I was but a boy when I started, and I was a lot more free-willed.
I wanted to ask about that actually, because I mean, like you said, you've done streaming for a couple of years, and now it's a lot more casual. But I mean, like in 2020, it's this crazy COVID streaming scenario you got going on. How has your mindset with content creation changed since then?
Sure. I found it was difficult because the viewership was so increased over COVID, but because I started in COVID, I didn't know that. So when it started going back down to normal, I was really panicked, because I was like, oh my God, my career's going to end, and it's all going to reduce to nothing. And here I am. You know, I've been doing this 6 years now, five years full time, and it doesn't seem like it's going anywhere. And I think what I became is a lot more relaxed. I feel like really now I truly trust that my community is behind me. I truly trust that they like the stuff I make. And so long as I keep doing that and being authentic with it, they're going to rally behind me. And I think I'm a lot calmer. That's what I would say. That's not even a bloody pun.
Do you have a favorite era, or is like this your favorite, like what you're doing now, your favorite type?
This is my favorite time. I find I get happier and happier with what I do every single year. I think, don't get me wrong, like obviously like the you know, that sort of COVID height, it was incredible, right? And it's like, you know, I'm so grateful to have been through that, and, you know, been part of the zeitgeist in that way, and that's really exciting. But I really like sort of more chilled experience of, you know, the freedom of content creation with my own little section of the internet that I feels like not so fast-paced and turbulent, and like, you know, I like the slightly more laid-back content creation that I calm but like that is true.
Especially oh wait, I didn't even mean to do that.
No, there you are. Exactly. I did it as well earlier, you know.
We're kind of super smart.
We're kind of super smart. But yeah, I find that now I feel like I'm the most myself I've ever been on the internet, and that's really fulfilling in a way that I used to feel like it was such a performance and a character. And I think that's why I like this era so much. I just feel so comfortable.
You toured around the US with TommyInnit, and you've done all of these big events and everything. Did doing these things kind of change your perception of what you do as a content creator, of how you change people and stuff?
Change people, like maybe not the wording I would use.
Maybe not the right word.
But no, but I know what you're saying. It's sort of like, I think you, and yeah, I'm very grateful to have had that experience of traveling around, and like, you know, you do a YouTube video, and like even now, like I know that there's like you know, like 1,400 people watching this, right? And like that's really cool. But like but like I guess it's a very different experience when you put those people in front of you and you see them and you feel that energy, and you really get something back in like a more a more not necessarily a more meaningful way, but a more like immediately like tangible way. And I'm so grateful to have had that experience. I think it really puts into perspective like how great this all is.
Final question of this mini interview. What are your goals heading into 2026? It's almost here.
No, not really. I mean, we do have some, I know, but like I don't know what we can share, but we have some goals with the podcast specifically. That's always growing and developing. And it's sort of, there's so many people involved in that now. Like we have a real team around us, and like it's really, really cool to like grow that, because it's very different to what I usually do. I have you know, a couple of YouTube ideas. I have a big idea that I did a lot of work towards that we had to cancel. But it looks like it might be coming back. So that's very exciting. But it might not happen next year. I think I don't want to overwork myself. But I want to work towards all these goals in 2026. Yeah. Rather than necessarily them like, I've got to do it this year. I just want to like, I want to make progress. Absolutely. That's how I feel. Yeah,
you've done content since like you know, we've been talking about years. So I think your mindset has definitely gone more casual and just giving yourself the time to build, which is such a wonderful thing. Yeah,
absolutely. I did a little interview with Healthy Gamer GG when I was 19, and I remembered it the other day. I'd forgotten about it completely, and I remembered it, and I watched just a little bit back. And I think what I'm really glad to say is that I watched that interview back, and I see myself at 19 doing this. And although I'm having a great time, I can see how stressed I am about it all, and like I just feel like I've got to like capture the moment and do everything now. And it's really great to see that. Not great to see that in the sense that I kind of feel bad for myself, but like I mean, I like to see how far I've came in terms of like I really am comfortable now, and I feel like I'm always conscious of like not accidentally slipping back into the way I used to see it. So that's yeah. Thank you for acknowledging that.
Hopefully we can get a Jack Manifold interview going. You know,
hashtag
Manifold.
It might happen.
That was my mini interview with a normal sized Jack Manifold. Did you enjoy it? If you did, you know, there's my other interviews on screen. It's maybe over my face right now. I don't know where I'm gonna place it. And Jack, if you're watching, hit my line. Make sure to comment #Manifold also, because I said that for some reason. Have a great day, evening, or night, and bye.
That was a fun interview. I enjoyed that. That was really, really cool.